All right, let's do a little dimensional analysis, English to metric system conversions. And to do that, because we know that English system is all around us in the United States, we have to deal with it sometimes. We're going to have to go from metric to English and English to metric. So let's start right off the bat with number one. If we have 34 liters and we want to convert that to quarts, if I look at my conversion factors, I found a relationship between liters and quarts, which is for every 1 liter, there is 1.06 quarts. All right, now that I have that conversion factor, I'm going to take what I've been given. I have 34 liters, and I know that I'm going to multiply it by a ratio so that I can get rid of liters, which is why I'm going to put liters and units on the bottom. I'm going to put quarts on top because that's what I'm looking for. And now that I know that my liters will cancel out on the bottom, and I'm left with quarts on top, which is what I'm trying to solve for, I can simply plug in my numbers of my conversion factor. So for every 1 liter, there is 1.06 quarts. Now, when we do conversion factors and dimensional analysis, the top number is multiplied, so it's going to be 34 times 1.06 divided by 1. You always divide by the bottom number. Now I'm going to punch that in my calculator to see what I get, and I end up with 36.04, and my units are now quarts. So I used my units to guide the fact that liters and liters will cancel out, and I'm just left with quarts. It's that simple. All right, let me clear up the board a little bit here so that we can try another problem. All right, let's jump down to question number 4. You have 200 meters, you want to go to miles. So when I look up in distances under the conversion factors, I see that meters and miles aren't completely there. I do know that a kilometer and a mile can be equal to each other. So 1 kilometer is equal to 0.62 miles. So could I convert my meters to kilometers and then my kilometers to miles? Sure thing. Let's do our conversion. King Harold died by drinking chocolate milk. If we're going from meters, which is a base unit, to kilometers, 1, 2, 3 to the left, I would take my number 200 and move my decimal 1, 2, 3 to the left. So that means 200 miles is 0.2 kilometers. Now that I have that, let's take my number and use my actual conversion factor. So I've got 0.2 kilometers. I'm going to multiply by a ratio. I want to get rid of kilometers, so I'm going to put it at the bottom. I'm going to want to get to miles, so I'm going to put that at the top. I know that for every 1 kilometer, there's 0.62 miles. And I know then that we multiply by the top, divide by the bottom. So that will be 0.20 times 0.62 divided by 1. And remember, this works because kilometers cancel out, and you're left with miles. So let's do that math in our calculator to see what answer we get. Again, that's 0.2 times 0.62 divided by 1. We multiply by the top and divide by the bottom. The answer ends up being 0.124 miles. That was like a 2-step problem, though, because we had to convert our 200 meters to kilometers first. All right? But anyways, we got our answer, a little English to metric system conversion.